childbirth fucks up your shit. Do you know what I'm saying? It fucks everything. First of all, young women, like, when they hear about childbirth, they think it's beautiful and magical. And angels are singing. And unicorns are you shit yourself, okay? Just so you... A giant head comes out of a space this small. I don't remember much about my childbirth, but I do remember looking down and seeing the doctor sewing up my lower region. And me turning to my husband and going, might as well, you're never getting in again. And my son was born 2 weeks late. Okay, typical man, he wanted to stay inside as long as he possibly could. And that little shit would not come out of me, okay? So I called my doctor, right? It was a Friday afternoon. I'll never forget this. I said, please, can I come in? Please induce me. He goes, Carole, I'm golfing this weekend. I'll induce you on Monday. But over the weekend, try to induce your baby yourself. This is actually a medical procedure. It's called natural induction. You have to make love a lot, have nipple stimulation, and take a lot of long walks. My husband hears this, and he goes, so let me get this straight. I get to fuck you, play with your tits, and tell you to go take a hike? I could do that. I still can't, I mean, I know that I'm 61. I still can't believe that I have an adult son. I have a 27-year-old son. And I'm very close with my son. Are you close with your kids? Yeah, I'm very close. I'm very close to my son. He tells me everything. 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 And it's my fault, because I was pregnant. I took him with me. I was on the road as a baby. I took him with me, you know? He's been around comedy his whole life, you understand? So he tells me stuff. When he was 12, I was driving him to school one day, and we're at a stoplight, and here's what I hear my 12-year-old son say to me. Mommy, don't tell Daddy, but I haven't masturbated yet. Okay. I mean, what do you do? What do you do? He's trying to communicate. So I was trying to, like, think, okay, I have to say the right thing. So very slow, very calmly, I said, honey, whenever you're ready, you go and do it. And then I gunned the car. I made it to school in 2 minutes. I'm like, get out of the car! So when he was 14, 2 years later, right? We're back here in New York City. He's in the shower. It's his first day of high school. I'm making breakfast for him. From the shower, I hear, Mom, there's a cut on my penis. And in my head, I'm thinking, do you ever talk to your fucking father? So I say to my husband, who's sound asleep, I get right in his face and go, wake up, your son has a cut on his dick! He literally pops out of bed, he runs into the bathroom, he runs right back out and he goes, you didn't use enough lotion, I'm going back to bed. Yeah, and that's how I found out, because the next day, all of my lotion went missing. And when he was 18, right, he was dating a young lady, and they were in love, so they decided they wanted to lose their virginity to each other. So who does he come to? All I said was, listen, honey, just make sure you use birth control, right? Good mom, right? So he says, what happens if my girlfriend says she's on the pill, Mom? I said, that could be Prozac. Do not trust that little bitch. So I once again went to my husband and said, go get him condoms. Now, there are reasonable men in this group. Most reasonable men would get their son a 3-pack. My husband bought him a box of 40 fucking condoms. He went to Costco. Well, Kirkland makes an amazing condom. Thank you, Costco shoppers. I bought him a case of Gatorade, didn't want him to get dehydrated. But here's the best part. Here's how he told me. You would have thought he would have called me, right? He texted me. Here's the text. I'm a man now. So I texted him back, that is great, honey. I'm gonna go fuck daddy. Love you. And he's 27, so he's a millennial. And like the people who have millennials, are they still living with you? Oh, they're the worst, man. They leave, they come back, They leave, they come back. I moved, he found me. You know what I mean? So he did move out. The first time he ever moved out, he was 20 years old. He was out for 2 years. It was really good. And then he moved back. He was having roommate problems. And I remember saying to him, well, why did you move out? You know, we live in New York City. It's very expensive. And he goes, Mom, I was starting a date. I was worried if I brought home a girl, you'd walk in on us. Like, that's horrible. I would never do something like that. But then he moved back home. He brought home a girl, and I had to because he challenged me. And it was a Saturday night, and the subway wasn't running because the girlfriend lived in Brooklyn, because that's where they all fucking live. And I said to him, I said, you know, I said to the girl, I said, look, it's late, don't take an Uber, just stay over, I'll see you tomorrow, everything will be fine, right? And then I waited. About 2 hours. And then I just burst into his room. Oh, you're doing it all wrong. Lift her up, lift her up. And then he moved to Los Angeles. Thank you so much, everybody. I love you. Thank you.
I see myself as a woman of a certain age. But then again, I don't see my ass in broad daylight either. And I did turn 60. Stop. I'm not doing the birthdays anymore. When you consider a 50-year-old a younger man, what's to celebrate? And I'm done with the birthday presents, too. I mean, okay, granted, I know that I'm difficult to shop for, but somebody actually gave me a baby elephant, a real one, an orphan in Africa at a rescue. I mean, they send me updates and pictures of this little girl's shoo-shoo. And I gotta tell you, it's giving me nothing but stress. I'm very worried about her. Is she eating? Does she have elephant friends? Do the other elephants even like her? Who needed this? If I wanted a baby elephant, I would have had one in my 20s. Then another friend gives me a gift certificate. Are you ready for this? At a bathing suit store. Really? What kind of a passive-aggressive gesture is that? Here's your gift and your shtuch. I did not wear a bathing suit through my entire second marriage. She would have been better off buying me a burqa. But I had the gift certificate, so I decided to go to the store, begrudgingly. 37 excruciating minutes later, in the dressing room, I amazingly find something that was kind of cute. Palazzo pants. And it was my gay ex-husband, Peter, who picked them out. Yeah, I got a gay ex-husband. Do you? No? It's good. It's good. People always say to me, how did you not know? We were having a lot of sex. How the hell did I know he was fantasizing about the waiter at Olive Garden? I think the thing is, though, I have no gaydar. Because, honestly, the handwriting was on the wall. Shortly after we were married, we both agreed to give each other one free pass. Should the, celebrity of our dreams want to have sex with us? He picked Cher. And I picked Bruce Jenner.
Aging while female is not for the faint of heart. I mean, wine of a certain age is considered rare. And grapes of a certain age are considered raisins. And women of a certain age are not considered in Hollywood at all. Cheers. I have 3 18-year-old cats, 1 12-year-old dog, and a car from 1978. We're all just waiting around to see who dies first. I was one of those folks that rescued a dog during COVID. Yeah, mine came with poor eyesight and a collapsed anus. But so did I. Yeah. No, I can barely read my text anymore. I mean, most people hear 69 and think sex. I think font size. And I have got to be the only actress in Hollywood who actually had plastic surgery on my butthole instead of my face. Anal fissures brought on by pregnancy. No, don't feel sorry for me. My asshole just made Maxim's Hot 100. All of this to say, I've become a cliche, an old lady with too many cats who's also single. Living alone, I guess it really hasn't been easy on me or my sex life. Although, it's not like it took a pandemic for my vagina to be on lockdown. Now, even my Alexa knows that I'm in a dry spell. She's heard me so often complain about having no sex in a long time that once I said, Alexa, what's the time? And she said, it has been a long time. It was so long ago that iPhones had a charging port and a headphone jack. Yes, even the iPhone's holes were being more occupied than yours. Some would call that Alexa spying, but I call it finally getting some goddamn attention. No, for my birthday, she sent me chocolates and a 10-speed dildo. With batteries. I will admit to you that I am indeed on a dating app. No, well, and not just one. I'm on Raya, Elite Singles, and Bumble, and celebrities who once fucked James Bond, MacGyver, and Superman, but can't find a date, so have been single for years.com. But I do worry that if you don't use it, you lose it. That's what they say. I know that applies to my brain and my biceps. I'm wondering if it includes my clitoris. Has my vagina gotten old like the rest of me? And does it need Botox or fillers? It definitely needs filling. How dry is it? Could we hold Burning Man in there next year? These were questions I needed answered. I needed my gynecologist to go down on me. So I'm in his office, and I'm lying there with my legs up in the stirrups, and he's rooting around. And I finally get up the nerve to ask him, doctor, does it look like a guy would have a good time in there? He peeked his head up over the sheet that was covering my lap, and he said, Teri, you have a totally average vagina. Well, does he mean average? Like 49% of women have better vaginas and 49% of women have worse vaginas? Or does he mean average like a C? Because I am not a C student, and I certainly don't intend to start with my vagina. Like, he said he meant it like it was just perfectly, normally, functionally fine. And I'm an honest gal, so that is how I introduce myself now. Hi, I'm Teri. I have a totally average vagina. Even my mother, my 86-year-old mother, called me the other day so excited.
Teri, your father and I have met the most amazing man. He's single, he used to be a pilot, and he speaks Russian.
So then she said to me 4 words that made me consider legally emancipating myself even though I'm in my 50s. Here, talk to him. Oh yeah, so right, you can picture me going, no, Mom, no, what are you doing? Mom, don't hand the phone, please don't hand the phone to. Hello, Teri. This is Pete. Or whatever the fuck he said. I don't remember because my head was spinning, my heart was pounding, my palms were sweaty. I felt like I was somewhere between a stroke and a grizzly attack. I squeaked out an awkward, hello. Teri Hatcher, he said. This is so cool. Your mom's told me all about you. Okay, so let's recap. I am talking to a total stranger. He knows exactly who I am, exactly what I look like. He could have even masturbated to me at some point in his life. It's true, I've been around a long time. I said, Pete, I'm sure you can appreciate that this has caught me a little off guard. How exactly did you meet my mom? Oh, we just bumped into each other in Costco. Oh my God. Is my mom just strolling down the aisles of Costco, like telling everyone that her world-famous daughter is so pathetically in need of a date that she'll just hand out my number to any man without a wedding ring? I hear my mom in the background yelling, "Speak Russian to her!" I mean, the only thing Russian I want right now is a case of vodka. I said, Pete, could you put my mom back on the phone? She told me she was texting me a picture. I got the picture. Actually, Pete was kind of cute. But then I looked closer. I zoomed in on the photo and I could see that he was wearing a Costco name tag. Oh, my whole career, tabloids have made me a headline of some kind, sometimes on a red carpet, pumping gas. But lately now, the headline is, have you seen her lately? Wow, she's really aged. What happened to her? Really? Yeah, well, I'll tell you. I'll tell you what happened to me. I got married, I got divorced, I had a hit TV show, I did some movies, I got married again, I grew a baby inside me. I moved to New York, I took a toddler on the subway, I got divorced again, I had another hit TV show, I won some awards, I raised money for charities, I went to cooking school, I won Chopped in the Great British Bake Off, I ran 2 marathons, I parented a beautiful human, I cared for aging parents, I took care of friends, friends took care of me, I taught myself to play piano, and I survived celibacy for a fucking year alone in a pandemic.
I was one of the first people to be vaccinated because I am 63 years old and I'm a senior citizen. This is the only time in history where old people were treated well. Yeah, now we can go back to being invisible and overqualified. And I still don't get why did they make this scene? Why did they give it to us first? I think I figured it out. I think somebody in charge was like, well, if the vaccine doesn't work, they had a good run. So I talk about my age, you know, a lot in my act because until, like I said, I'm 63 years old, and until you're older, you don't realize that ageism really does exist. And the older women know what I'm talking about, right? Right? Yeah, because honestly, if I had to choose right now between ageism or sexism, I would take a pat on the ass because it meant somebody fucking noticed me. I was a young girl and I used to walk by a construction site, I would hate it. Don't you hate that? It's so annoying, right? It used to offend me so much. What I would give for a fucking whistle right now. I could walk past a construction site right now, naked. You know what I'm gonna hear? Lady, your nipples are getting bloody from scraping on the sidewalk. But you know, people think ageism is a female thing, and it's not. I mean, it's all genders, it's all industries. Like you, young man, my little bow guy, how old are you? 51 years old. Now, you will not experience ageism until you're in your 70s. Women, 15. You know what the only industry that doesn't have ageism? Porn. I know, you're all looking at me like, why does the old bitch know this? Okay, let me explain. I have a good friend of mine, she's a young lady, she's a porn star, and we were having dinner one night, and I said to her, when do you retire? Do you have a retirement age? And she says to me, Carole, you're 63, you could do porn. There's a kink for everyone. Still not sure if that was a compliment or an insult, people, I have to be honest with you. But then I got excited. I could do porn. I could do porn! I finally have that fallback career my parents always wanted me to have. But then I was thinking, like, what genre would I do? You know, because there's different genres in porn. Did you know that? Yeah. Like, do they have like a Marvel universe? They have Iron Man, I could be Iron Supplement. So my girlfriend tells me a list of all the different genres. I have to be honest, the only one that stood out, and this is a real thing, was a thing called humiliation porn. Swear to God, this is a real thing, right? You know what I love? I love doing this bit, because I love looking at the men and they're like, I don't even know what porn is. Okay, so this is a real thing. It's when a woman screams at a man for 90 minutes until he comes. Now, most of you don't know me very well, but this is the perfect genre for me. What? I get to yell at somebody? I don't have to get naked? And I get paid? Sign me the fuck up! I can't wait for the first day on the set. Action! You call that a dick? Wow, that was really fast. I think we have 88 more minutes. What are we gonna do? You wanna play cards? I don't know what we... So then my girlfriend says to me, she says, Carole, maybe not do hardcore right away. Try something else. Maybe an OnlyFans site. You know about OnlyFans, right? Once again, the men. So you pay monthly. You pay monthly for private content. And I thought, this is great, I can do this from home, right? Except I don't really want to have to compete with like young women with their perky tits. Because these are not perky tits, these are droopy tits. And whether or not you're wondering if there is a market for droopy tits, remember, there's a kink for everyone. So this is what my OnlyFans is. Okay. I take these tits, right? And I try to squeeze them into a training bra. In slow motion. Ready? Okay, here it is. I got you hard right now, didn't I? That one was free, you pay next month. So now I have to tell my son what I'm doing. I have a grown son. So I call my son up and I say, honey, I just want you to know, Mom has an OnlyFans site. And he goes, I know, my friend told me about it. They would like an autographed training bra. So now I have merch. And I think I speak for all of you this past year and everything. The worst part of lockdown for me was not seeing my son and not seeing our families. Do you agree with me on this? Yes? Yeah. And I didn't see my son for like those first 3 months in New York City. I did not see him, okay? So finally, after 3 months, I call him up and I'm like, honey, I have to come see you. I'm gonna rent a car and I'm gonna bring you supplies. By the way, I live in Manhattan. He lives in Brooklyn. It's not that fucking far, okay? Because you know. I said, the only thing is, Dave, is that I'm gonna have to use your bathroom. I'm gonna have to pee because I'm an old woman. I'm an old woman, okay? I'm peeing right now. Don't fucking look. Stop looking! My son says to me, Mom, my roommates and I, we're in a quarantine bubble. You will not be able to use my bathroom. What? Exactly. I was like, well, okay, so let me get this straight. I carried you for 9 months. You peed in me. And I can't use your, all right. I didn't go. I was so mad at him, right? So over the summer, restrictions were a little bit lifted. He calls me because, Mom, I spoke to my roommates. Please come visit. Please bring supplies. You can use my bathroom. So I went, I got the car, and when I got up to his apartment, I peed right on his fucking kitchen floor. And then I filmed it for my OnlyFans site.